Welcome back to Nick's Vids. My bike's broken. Not the WR, the 636. I was on the way out from work during lockdown and one of the bearings gave way. The outer shaft bearing that goes from the clutch into the engine where the gearbox is exploded. I'll put some pictures up here. I noticed a big thud, went and spoke to a mechanic, and that's what they came up with, and that was Mono Motorcycles, and they were great. They found the issue very quickly. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the work done by them because the labour cost was just too expensive, and it's just unfortunate with such a big job like that. That's going to be the biggest cost. So I've made the probably stupid idea to attempt it myself. This is probably not going to go well. I've got my Haynes manual at the ready. I've got YouTube ready to go. But I've got to dismantle the lower section of the engine and replace all the bearings inside the engine because there's no point just doing the one, and then reassemble it without breaking it. I'm a little worried. I'm going to give it a go. If I break it, this will just be a funny story to tell in the future, and at the end of the day, a new engine isn't too much money, or second-hand new engine isn't too much money, so it's not the end of the world. So yeah, this is a video about me trying not to ruin my bike any more than it already is, and to try and change all the bearings inside the lower section of the engine, so the gearbox area. Yeah, let's give it a go. I've got to start by draining all the fluids, taking all the fairings off, and removing the main engine itself. That will be today's job if I can get the correct rear stands ready. And then I'm going to be doing the actual engine dismantling in my, well, on that big white sheet there in my bedroom. So I don't have a proper garage, but I'm going to give it a go. We'll see. It's just all a learning curve for me at the end of the day. It's only 4 bearings. How bad can it be? Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's crack on with this. I was just having a look along and I noticed this. There's a fracture in the actual, in the rear sprocket. So it looks like, even though these were new on when I bought the bike, looks like I'm going to be buying a new sprocket at least. More so I can look back at that. Okay, end of day one. Engine isn't in the bike, engine is there. I'm going to place it in my room ready for overhaul. No, just changing some bearings and shit. Thanks to Joe for helping me get the engine out, because I probably would have dropped it and broken it. So yeah, there you go. Bike is engineless and engine is there. Thanks for watching Nick's Vids. If this is in episodes, I don't know if I'll do it like that, but see you soon. This is day 2 of the engine rebuild. I've got to just crack on with it really. I'm going to start by taking off this casing, and then this bottom casing and the side casings. And that should reveal where the engine is actually, where the engine splits. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so there is the bearing that's exploded and is allowing for that knock. It looks like the shield gave way, which then resulted in the bearings going mad. To be honest, I don't know if they're actually missing any bearings. I'll have to count them in a minute, but it does look like, yeah, It's not a good day. Not a good start. Okay, so I've just tried to undo this bolt here, and it's sheared. It didn't shear suddenly, it sheared slowly, so now I'm shitting it. Okay, so they are the 3 that sheared. Luckily they're all above the thick casing, so that shouldn't be too hard to remove. It's a bit of a pain, but I've ordered some new bolts. Okay, so there you go. There's the 2 halves of the engine separated. I was being very cautious. And apart from shearing those 3 bolts, I think it's been a productive day. It's day 3, and I'm going to be dismantling each individual gear shaft, the inner and the outer, and replacing the bearing, especially the bearing that is broken there. Okay, welcome back to Nick's Vids. This is day 4 of the engine rebuild project. We had an issue with removing, not this bearing, but the bearing on the other shaft, the inner shaft, off of the shaft itself. It was stuck on there so tough. I ended up taking it to a mechanics and they pulled it off for me, which is good, and that now works. So what I'm going to do now is, I've already cleaned up this engine casing. I'm now going to clean up all of this gasket sealant left on the engine, well, the bit where the 2 engine blocks come together, and get that ready for well, putting it back together. The last day putting the bike back together, the engine back in the bike. Yeah, I've got a few hours so it starts raining, so once the engine's in the bike and it's connected to all the pipes, electricals, then we should be good to go.
She's fixed! I'm so happy that doing all of that work way above my technical level, well, it worked. I now have a ZX6R again, and I'm so happy. The bike's running lovely. Absolutely lovely. I'm just taking for a quick ride. It's actually the day this video uploads. So yeah, I've been riding around for a few weeks now, making sure it's alright. And yeah, it's been fantastic. I'm happy, I'm glad it's running. Issues, slight leak on the stator cover side. I didn't order a new stator cover, so simple as I'm going to have to order one of those and replace it because I put the old one back in and it's leaking out of that side. But apart from that, she's great, honestly great. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been fun to do. It was nerve-wracking and a bit stressful, but now it's all done, the sense of achievement is great. I want to say thank you to Mono Motorcycles for diagnosing the initial issue with the bike, and I appreciate all the help they were through the process. And then they helped me through phone calls and stuff, free of charge, which was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, if you like these kind of maintenance videos, let me know. I'm not too sure about them. I enjoy doing them, so I'll probably keep doing them, whatever matters. But I've been doing this a few years now and not really getting anywhere with it, in all honesty. But I enjoy it, and that's all that matters. I think the few people that do watch the videos enjoy them too, apart from the occasional ones who moan about speeding, going a bit quick off-road, wheelies, which I now cannot do on the channel anymore. But yeah, so if you like all my videos, give us a subscribe and a like, and just appreciate it, and a share makes a hell of a fucking difference. It makes a hell of a difference when it comes to it, because at the end of the day, it gets the video out to more people. And yeah, so just like to say thank you very much for watching Nick's Vids, and I'll see you later.
Woo! Instead of bun. You're getting more excited about the project.